All right. Well, our next question, Jim, sent on Facebook from the Cult of Cornette Facebook group by Taylor Benjamin. Why does Jim think Kansas City isn't a big wrestling city anymore? We haven't had a pay-per-view, or PLE, since Money in the Bank 2010.
And that's the end of that question.
And that is.
You know, and I've joked about Kansas City before in the territory days, except if you were Harley Race and part owner or Bulldog Bob Brown and you lived there and had, I don't know, what do you have, a liquor store or other side businesses? I don't know. You weren't going to make any money in Kansas City in the Kansas City territory. You weren't. When 1983, when Memphis was doing big business, but there was too many of us. You know, Kenny Wayne was trying to get booked through Buck Robley. Buck was booking in Kansas City. And he's like, Buck, how much might I make there? He's, well, Buck said, I made $350 last week, but that was for working and booking. And fuck, I was making almost $300 a week being a flunky manager in Memphis. And Frank Morrell had the great line. He said, Buck tried to get him to come to Kansas City one time. And Frank said, Buck, I just don't think I have enough money in the bank to come work for you. He said, last time I came in there, I came in a $20,000 Cadillac and I left on a $60,000 Greyhound. But anyway, as far as modern times, I mean, you know, Kansas City is a great sports town for their local teams and et cetera, et cetera. And it's not like, you know, the wrestling shows are held in the old Memorial Hall in front of, you know, a dwindling crowd of, you know, income challenged individuals like it was in the dying days of the territory. But Kansas City's still not in the middle of, you know, big cities that they like to go to with places around that people can drive from. One of the deals why they put that, which WrestleMania was at the Hoosier Dome years ago?
WrestleMania 8.
Okay, well, they put WrestleMania 8 in the Hoosier Dome because Indianapolis, you could drive from Cincinnati, you could drive from Louisville, you could drive from Detroit, you could drive, it was like a central location. And maybe, I don't know, maybe they just can't route well with Kansas City. Besides St. Louis, what major city would you route with Kansas City if you had to do a pay-per-view one night and a Raw the next night and whatever the fuck?
Do you think because of the Owen Hart death that would cause them to stay away from Kansas City for a lot of this stuff?
Well, then they wouldn't have gone back in 2010, would they? Because it's a lot closer in 2010 to what happened than it is now.